All right, here we are. It's April the 3rd, 2012. Doing a little walkthrough, see what's going on out here. So we got our companion planting, seems to be doing pretty well. I thought the corn might be in a little trouble because it was so small compared to how fast these peas were growing. But I see now it's starting to stick up through the foliage. As you can see, right here we got corn. Right here we've got corn. We've got corn over here. Corn over there, so we should be okay. You know, because once that corn starts growing, it's going to grow much taller, much quicker than everything else. This is my baby right here. I love this thing. This is my angel's trumpet. As you can see, it looks nice and just lush. That's the reason why I bought it. I mean, doesn't bear any fruit or anything. I can't eat it, but it was a beautiful plant. Here's my other row of corn, and what I'm thinking about doing is in between these two rows, I'm thinking about filling that in and just making this one big mound of corn, squash, and peas. So that's the plan. Back there we've got it's a cantaloupe plant. It seems to be doing real well. You know, it got some rain yesterday and it probably doubled in size since then. So and we got our marigold and our watermelon. It's doing a lot better too. Just a couple of days ago it was about the size of the eggplant up there on the top of the mound right there. And then our tomato, it's coming along. It's still moving pretty slow, but you know. Now this eggplant right here, I planted from seed and started inside a couple of weeks ago. And it was pretty small, and once I put it out here, it just kind of took off. Here we got some more tomatoes and onions. I think the onions are taking finally because I see a little green shoot coming out of there, so I'm only assuming that it's finally rooted. Oh yeah, and that one over there is looking real good, so I'm assuming that we'll be having some onions going on pretty soon. We've got our strawberries, as you can see. Another strawberry. Then we've got here is I think that's watermelon. No, that's cantaloupe. I'm sorry. Another cantaloupe plant. We got our spices. The stevia plant seems to be doing really, really well. Seems to be doing really, really well. Then this little baby bell pepper plant is actually sprouting flowers, which to me was surprising. Let's see. Yeah, you can see the little flowers it's got going on in there. Then we got our other tomato plant. And our radish is really doing good. Look at this thing. I mean, hey, I had never eaten radishes, but I think I'll start this year. Let's see, we've got more tomatoes, more strawberries, beans, and this is my black diamond watermelon. Generally I don't like to, you know, get my veggies from Lowe's and Home Depot, but when I saw the black diamond, I just had to get it because, you know, that was good eating right there. As you can see here, we've got our squash plants just beginning to flower, and we've got a little bug on the inside of here. We're going to have to get you up out of there, big baby. Let's see. Yeah, come on up out of there. Get in there. Then we've got some more peppers and a hummingbird tree. You know, I was told that this thing is supposed to attract a whole lot of butterflies and hummingbirds and all that, but maybe it hadn't bloomed yet because I've yet to see it. Oh, look at this. We got a caterpillar running across there. See? He's trying to get somewhere, isn't he? Trying to get over here to one of my plants. So, you know, this is really a bittersweet thing with these caterpillars because, you know, they eat your foliage. You know, they eat all the leaves on the plants. But, he rolls, tumbles. But if you let them mature and turn into a butterfly, then they turn around and come back and pollinate your flowers, which gives you more fruit. So, you know, I guess I could sacrifice a couple of leaves for a few more fruit. And these things are everywhere. I'm looking on this back row. I see another one over there. I've got several of them over here eating up my Brussels sprouts. And yeah, well, anyway, let's get back on track. Let's see. We got some more squash. These are all my herbs. I'll be making some of my homemade brewed tea this year. My salad bowl is doing real well. I mean, literally, I'll be picking from this in about another week. Have a nice fresh salad. I got some bee balm and some lemon balm down here. And some what kind of basil is this? Boxwood basil. So let me see how that tastes. Never had too many spices, and I'm really, you know, the key this year is to keep it organic. And in doing so, I'm doing a lot of companion planting with different herbs and spices to try and, you know, I guess regulate the pests. Let me see how that works. I can't really tell so far. you know, because I hadn't really had any pests, but maybe that's because it's working, who knows. Well, anyway, let's get back on track. Got all our mints and all of this good stuff going over here, and the aloe vera plant is finally coming back to life. Scared the hell out of me, you know. I definitely couldn't let the aloe vera die. I mean, that's a healing plant, you know. And then we got our big bomb peppers right here. We got a couple of them growing. Got all our tomatoes over here going on. Yeah, you see our thermostat, the thermometer rather. And then this one down here at the bottom is actually starting to turn red, so we'll be munching on that fella real quickly. Then all of these are okra. I just have to put them in the ground. I got to decide where I'm going to put them at. Then we got all our Brussels sprouts, as you can see down at the bottom. You know, we've got plenty of Brussels sprouts even on this one, but this one the worms are eating some of them, so I got to go through and see what's good and what's edible and what's not. And look, y'all, we have blueberries. See them? We got blueberries. And we got blueberries over here too. It's a beautiful thing when the plan comes together, you know. And here we got more Brussels sprouts and marigold. Back there is our broccoli. I left those in from the winter. They seem to be putting on some more foliage, so that's a good thing. That's a good sign. And behind them, we've got the peas, and I planted, that's a blue Hubbard squash over there in the corner. I've never had it, decided to try it. And as you know, the okra plants are back there in the back. They're coming along pretty well. And we got some more squash, marigolds, and then these are some crookneck squashes, as you can see, those little ones right there, back there that I just planted. See how those do. I mean, I had some extra room because there's nothing but peas and beans planted on that second row from the back there. And I figured, you know, they don't take up a lot of space, so, and they also feed the soil, so why not, you know, plant something else with it. And as you can see, we got bell peppers on our bell pepper plant. Got other tomato plant there. And let's go over here and see what we got. Check out the tomatoes and the sage. We're doing pretty well. Let's put on a little foliage. Sage, I guess I'm going to have to start picking this so that it can grow a little bit faster, because I'm thinking that this thing should be a little bit bigger than that by now. We got it's called Mexican heather. I've never ever tried it, but I'm going to try it this year. It's supposed to attract a lot of beneficial insects. And this is our eggplant with our peas that's sprouting everywhere, as y'all can see. All the little baby sprouts sprouting up everywhere. And this is our potato bin. I'm just waiting for some signs of life to come out of this. It's hadn't really been cooperating with me. I guess I planted it maybe a week ago, so maybe it'll take a few more days for the sprouts to start coming through the ground. We'll see. And then here, I'm utilizing my space. We've got these strawberry planters, and on this one I've got strawberries and spinach going. And then on this one, I've got tomatoes, tarragon, more tomatoes, and chili peppers. So I'm going to see how that works out. And of course here, guess what we've got? We got that world famous brew, compost tea. Yeah. And so what I do, I devise a system where I make it in this big 33-gallon drum. You know, I add water to it, fill it all the way up, and I have a water pump that I use to push it through my garden hose, and the garden hose then distributes it all over the garden. It took a lot of work, but it, you know, it's finally paying off. This is my peach tree, the one that y'all thought was dead. Well, I thought it was dead too. Putting on some few leaves. It's even got a couple of flowers now. See? Thought I was lying, didn't you? And this is my famous compost pile, where I put all my grass clippings, all my plant matter from, you know, when I cook, and, you know, pretty much all the stuff that I would throw away that's compostable, just throw it back here and